You and I have been told for so many years that it's confidence that people find sexy. And you can validate this in your own experience when you see someone who's authentically confident. Not that when they're conceited or they're full of themselves or egotistical. No, that's completely unattractive. But this authentic, grounded confidence is highly attractive. Why is that? Well, it's because that person values themselves enough. Again, not in an egotistical way, but just in an authentic way. They value themselves and they own that value in a way that's very, very attractive. Today, I'm going to share with you 7 things that I've been able to witness over the last decade coaching thousands of women. What do women who have this authentic confidence that shines forth, that just comes across as high value that men desire? What is it that they're doing? What is that way of being? I'm going to share with you 7 of those qualities here in this video to serve you in helping you activate that own beautiful inner value that you have that turns into confidence when other people experience it. Check it out. Hey there, my name is Matt Boggs, and I'm the founder of the Love and Relationships division here at the Brave Thinking Institute, where our mission is empowering people to create and live a life they love. And that includes your love life. So if you like this video, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and click that little bell, because every week we bring you videos to empower you in your love life. And today we're talking about what are the attributes that demonstrate that you're a high value individual. In other words, that confidence that exudes. The question always comes up, how do I demonstrate confidence in a way that's not conceited or egotistical or pushes people away, but instead is authentic, natural, and from the inside out? I want you to understand that when we talk about high value, it doesn't mean that somebody else is validating your value or giving value to you. No, your value is intrinsic. Your value comes from within because you are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are a child of the Most High. Your value comes from that relationship with the divine and who you are in this world. And the fact that there is only one you, there is nobody else on this planet who is you anywhere close to you. And as you can bring that forth in a way that is uniquely yours, it is incredibly powerful. And so I want to share with you 7 ways of being of people who have really tapped into that in their unique way that demonstrates and is perceived as confidence and therefore highly attractive. Number 1 is the woman who is high value prioritizes compatibility over chemistry. And this was interesting because often we want that massive chemistry in a relationship, don't we? We want that lightning bolt moment where we're like, oh my gosh, I love this person. They light you up like a Christmas tree. The challenge is if you prioritize that, then what happens is you end up gravitating towards people who light you up. And often in those moments, we're not even thinking in our right space in our mind because we're so ultimately blissed out with this chemistry that we don't take stock in how compatible we really are. And yet it's the compatibility that leads to long-lasting relationships. So the first thing that you want to do is when you're meeting someone for the first time, be highly interested, way more interested in compatibility. Do the two of you have the same life pacing? In other words, do you like to be out at the same time? Do you want to be home at the same time? Are you that go-getter that's always on the go and he's super slow, or a homebody and wants to just relax? Those types of compatibilities are going to matter in the long run. So make sure you prioritize compatibility over chemistry. Number 2 is the high value woman who's coming from authentic confidence. She doesn't chase, but she allows the dance. Now, what does that mean? That means there's a difference between chasing somebody and seeking validation, seeking their attention, you being in the driver's seat, versus you inviting a man into your space. Inviting that dance means that you show him that you're interested. You give an indicator of interest. You smile, you send him a message, you let him know that you're interested, but then you create space for the dance to occur. If you want to be feminine, you allow him to pursue you. If you want to be masculine, you then pursue him. You get to decide which energetic role you want to play, but whatever one you play it consciously and engage in this dance. It's like a salsa dance. The feminine in the salsa dance, their first move is creating space and moving back. The masculine, the first move is pursuing, taking that step forward. So the person who is high value isn't afraid to show interest and then invite the dance by stepping back and inviting him to pursue. Number 3 is the high value woman never pretends to be somebody else. And here's what I mean. On a date, especially when it's someone that you're attracted to, someone that you like, it's really easy to filter your responses because you know he might like that response. If he likes something, then you really like it, and you change kind of who you are to get him to like you instead of just being grounded in who you are, speaking your mind, speaking your values. And if he likes it, he likes it. If he doesn't, oh well. The woman who is coming from her highest value, her truest authentic self, is staying true to who she is instead of watering herself down just to trying to get him to like her. Number 4 is she dates with purpose. The woman who's high value, the woman who's authentic, knows what she wants. And she isn't afraid to share it with the guy that she's on a date with on the first date. You're not afraid of scaring a guy away talking about what it is that you really want. Maybe you want marriage, maybe you want kids, maybe you want commitment. Whatever it is that you want, you are the highest authority. And you're willing to share that on the first date. And here's the key. The high value woman doesn't share it in a desperate way. Like, I'm running out of time, I need to have kids. No, there's no urgency from the standpoint of time crunch. There's this authentic confidence because she knows she's going to find this. She knows she's going to attract it, whether it's with him or someone even better still. So on the first date, she shares what her vision is, what she would love. She asks him what his vision is for his love life. What does he really want? So she can find out, are the two of them on the same page? Number 5, the woman who's demonstrating high value. Now, you may disagree with this. You may have completely opposite views of this. They tend to get physical slower. And in my experience, what I have found over coaching over 1,000 women over the last decade is those who have placed high value on what it means to be intimate. They give it meaning, they give it purpose, they give it depth. Means it's worth more, that you're not just going to get physical, be intimate with just anybody. That man has to be someone special in your life. When he's earned that role, earned that with you through trust, through keeping agreements, through building something special, then when the two of you are intimate with one another, it just means that much more. And at the end of the day, as human beings, we value what we earn. We value what we put effort towards. So the value of the relationship itself goes up when you just go slower physically. Now, that said, there's nothing wrong with sleeping together on the first date if that's what you want. You are the highest authority on what's right for you. What I have found, though, is if you take the physical aspect slower, it tends to lead to more solid, more stable, longer-term relationships. And number 6, for what demonstrates confidence and just people perceive this as high value, is being selective. When you are selective, it demonstrates choice, that you have choice. In other words, it demonstrates that you're highly desired. And here's what's fascinating about the psychology of this. You don't have to have a bunch of people lined up to take you out to be selective, but being selective gives the impression that you have a bunch of people lined up to take you out. It actually increases our desire for the other person. So what's the number one way you can demonstrate that you're selective with somebody? The number one way is you set your standards and boundaries, both for what you're willing to engage in on the date, but also when you're willing to go out on a date. Like, your standard might be, hey, if you want to take me out, come pick me up. Let's go out, or meet me at a place in my side of town. I'm not going to drive an hour just to meet you halfway on a very first date. If you want to take me out, come take me out. Being selective could be you're not willing to go out with him at the last minute on a Friday night because he texts you at 8:30. You're like, hey, I'm out with friends, would love to hang out with you. Give me some advance warning next time. Being selective, stating your standards and boundaries, beautiful way to demonstrate that you've got authentic confidence and you are a high value woman. And number 7, lastly, she chooses a man for who he is now and not for his potential. In other words, she doesn't time travel, where she's like, hey, one day in the future when he's ready for a relationship, or one day future when he's got his stuff in order, or one day future when... No, she's like, who is this man now? She knows that her job is not to coach him. Her job is not to raise him. She's looking for a man. She's looking for a partner, and she knows that she deserves one, and she knows that there is one available for her that she can attract into her life. The high value woman isn't willing to settle for someone who isn't a great partner for her. So there you have it. Those are 7 attributes, ways that you can demonstrate your authentic confidence, ways that you can demonstrate the true value that you have within. And my question for you is, what do you find is high value in a man? How does a man show up that demonstrates his true, authentic confidence in his value? Go ahead and post that in the comment section below. I hope this serves you. Here's to your amazing love life. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.